The reasons why Solo Sikoa should beat Cody Rhodes at SummerSlam and take his belt. Crown Wrestling. Subscribe. Okay guys, so we know that SummerSlam is coming up very soon, and we're going to see in the main event Cody Rhodes versus Solo Sikoa for the title. They're getting ready to fight. This is going to be a huge match. I look forward to seeing it, and I know you guys do as well. But let's talk about why Solo Sikoa should win this belt and why they should continue this rivalry on. Don't just stop it at SummerSlam. So we look at Cody Rhodes, and we've been seeing him. He has been fighting all these guys, but it seems like they have not really had anyone yet to really stick with him and to continue this rivalry on. So he fights Logan Paul. They have a match. That story is done. He fights AJ Styles. They have a match. That story is done. From there, we really see no ultimate rival. When you see Muhammad Ali, you think of Joe Frazier. When you see Mike Tyson, you think of Buster Douglas, Holyfield. When you see The Rock, you even think of Stone Cold, because they had a great rivalry as well. So they have that rival that you can look at a particular wrestler and you say, hey, I'm thinking about this guy. So far, you don't see that with Cody Rhodes. He doesn't have that person. Nobody is there. And what they're doing right now is that they're bringing in Solo Sikoa. But the question is, are they going to just stop this at SummerSlam? Are they just going to have a match and possibly let Cody win, and then that's the end of that story? No, I just think that they shouldn't do that. Solo Sikoa is the ticket, and they really need to key in on him. Do not stop this rivalry at the end of SummerSlam. They need to key in on Solo, and they need to let him win the title. Why? Because he has a lot of interaction and he has a lot of history even with the fans. When you see him, you think of the bloodline back in the day with Roman, Jimmy, and Jey Uso, and Paul, and all those guys, and The Rock, they came in later on. You think of him. So the crowd understands his history. They didn't have that kind of history with Logan Paul or AJ Styles. And this connects to Cody Rhodes, because he obviously had that issue with the bloodline, with Roman's bloodline, which Solo was a part of. That's something that's still in the mix. So he's still having to deal with that by fighting Solo. And so that is why they should let this rivalry go on. That's something that they can really play on, something that they can really stick to. And I think that they need to let it grow. Solo Sikoa has a lot of interaction with the fans. When they see him, they get angry. And it's good that they booing him, because he's the ultimate heel, and it shows that there's a lot of interaction. I remember Bubba Ray, he used to say that if the crowd don't interact, if they don't say anything when you come out, they're not interested in you. And we're seeing a lot of interaction with the crowd and Solo. So they have a lot invested in him as well, because they know the whole history. I'm even getting some "We Want Roman" chants. Whoever would have thought that that would have happened? But this is something that they really need to key in on. They need to let Solo Sikoa win this belt at SummerSlam. And they're going to create a long rivalry, something that could keep on going. And I tell you, I believe that Roman is going to be a babyface when he come back. Who knows? This is where they can possibly go with this story. He may be able to team up with Cody Rhodes, fight Solo in the bloodline. That's just a thought. So they can really take this in a lot of directions. And I think that Solo needs to be that ultimate rival for Cody Rhodes. Many people say Cody is too nice. We see him shaking folks' hands and stuff like that. Well, obviously they're trying to make him the ultimate babyface. You have the ultimate heel in Solo. This bloodline is more ruthless than ever, way more ruthless than Roman's bloodline. So once you bring that together, this is something that could possibly last for years. Something that we couldn't get from the other guys, from AJ and Logan Paul. You know, they really have no history there with Cody, but Solo does. And so this is why they need to let him win the belt. Do not stop this rivalry at the end of SummerSlam. Crowd is too invested in Solo Sikoa's drama, in his story. They are too invested in this, and that's why it needs to keep on going. He's the ultimate heel. Cody is the ultimate babyface. So keep this going, WWE. I tell them to keep this going. You gotta give that belt to Solo, because he is the man that's going to stretch this story. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Crown Wrestling. Take care. Crown Wrestling. Subscribe.